What the fuck is going on, everybody? It is me, Mario. And I'm here with my partner, Luigi. Luigi, what do you do?
I'm okay, Mario.
What? Oh, what the fuck was that? You sound like you're about to bomb the towers. What the fuck is going on, everybody? It is me, EIKNARF, and we are back. Yes, back. We're here. And yo, my hair. Oh fuck! You want to fix it?
No, I'm fixing it up. Don't worry, keep going.
We gonna fix it tonight, cause tonight on the discussion of the motherfucking goddamn of the fucking matter, bitch, we gonna talk who we think would thrive, who would be better, who would be champion, who would be legendary in the rival companies between the WWFE and the AEW. And basically, we're each going to pick 3 people from each company that we think would be better in the rival company. And we're going to talk about it right here. Actually, that's not my, I'm doing like another guy's gimmick on another podcast. I listen to a lot of podcasts right here on youtube.com/fact. I almost forgot her name. Fact of the matter. Bitch. Podcast.
Well, you're watching discussion on Thursday.
You small dick fag horse. All right. Emerson.
Yeah.
How's it going, man? How's it going?
It's going okay, you know.
Oh.
As you seen on Sunday, it wasn't a good day on Sunday when you watched us. You'll find it like if you haven't seen that episode, this past week's Fact of the Matter podcast, it wasn't a happy one. But
we didn't even record it yet.
I find that funny. We're talking. This is recorded before Sunday, but I already know when we get into what happened at Money in the Bank and on Raw last week, we're not going to be happy.
Dude, I'm like confused. I thought you were talking about last week's discussion of the matter, and I'm like, yo, that was a banger. That was like an hour. I think it was our longest discussion. But then you start going like, yeah, the Himalayans and the fucking sea salt French fries. I was like,
no, because this comes out on Thursday.
I know.
Yeah.
We've yet to record Sunday's podcast, but as you know, the fact of the matter is, every Sunday, every Thursday, clock in because it's time to talk pro wrestling.
Yeah.
I am EIKNARF. This is my co-host Emerson. We are not the Mario Brothers. We are the Sexy Brothers. AEW sign us. No, just kidding. We're not wrestlers. But anyways, I think we can get right into it. So we're gonna start with the WWF.
Yeah.
And Emerson will go first, and we're gonna take turns, and then we'll go into AEW because AEW is a little bit more interesting because you could basically pick like 90% of the roster of WWE and be like, yeah, that makes sense. So this is kind of easy. We could be here for hours, and we might. We don't even know. You guys, you know before we know. You're seeing the number. You're like, wow, it's blank long, and we're here like making the blank long. We could pull this for 2 hours if we want to. Zelina, anyways.
Anybody in WWE, we can keep going. Keep going.
I kind of want to change mine to Selena Vega now. Fuck. All right, I'll write that down. I'll see what I think when we get there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can go first. We'll start with WWE.
Yeah. So obviously WWE. If you say anybody's name, they'll be better in AEW. But I think this person deserves so much more. But even he doesn't want to be deserved. Like he doesn't think he deserves more. The guy has stopped wearing fucking tights, his own tights. Start wearing randomly jeans. I'm talking about Ricochet. Remember that? Just started wearing jeans because he didn't feel like he deserved to wear regular clothes. And I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about, Ricochet? You were the best high flyer on the planet. Okay? It's you and Osprey who are the best fucking high flyers in the world right now. And if you just fucking left, which you can't anymore because you're waiting for your contract to be over, and fucking stop. Like, don't be like some of these other people, like Ali, who think they can change the system from the inside. There is no way to change the system. WWE doesn't see anybody that is shorter than a certain amount of height. They don't see them as anything. They don't care.
Racist.
They're heightist. Okay, they don't care. Dude,
you know what?
I'm telling you right now.
I've seen Ricochet's dick.
A lot of people have. But yo, we could have had fucking Matt Sydal and Ricochet team up again against the Bucks. You know how many fucking times they wrestled each other and how many times there was a banger? Every single time they wrestled each other was a banger. Dude, imagine AEW. Dude, would have been amazing.
I agree, but you're wrong. It's my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, everybody. Ready for the better pick? Where's my list? All right. First, now we are recording this after the monumental, eventful, still shit Raw from July 19th, where we had a returning Mr. Keith Lee. Now you're saying, Frank, are you high? And I'm like, yes. Yes, I am. Well, I want Keith Lee to go upside down. Oh, whoa, look at that. Look at that. I went up.
He's upside down.
Look at that. Look.
No, he's sideways.
He's like half his body got Thanos. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Anyways. I think Keith Lee needs to go to the AEW. If you think about it, Keith Lee is a fan favorite. Yeah. And this guy has been treated like a piece of dog shit that sits in the local park and nobody picks it up. And everybody's just walking by it. Oh, look, it's shit. When it's not shit, it's art, baby.
Yeah.
Big, black, sexy art. And a big, black
oh
heart.
my God.
But, yeah. Like, okay. Again, you can be debate where it's like, oh, he's back now. They're going to use him. Dude, the guy lost on Monday.
Yeah.
For when we're filming this. The guy lost on his return match. This guy disappeared.
Not even?
You couldn't hire Geronimo Stilton himself to fucking find Keith Lee when this guy was disappeared. And now he comes back. Oh my God, man of the man of the jobber. That's what this guy is. This guy goes to fucking the AEW. You got a feud with the likes of Malachi Black, Lance Archer. You can do a Andrade
Brian
match.
Cage.
Kenny Omega, Brian Cage,
dude.
Will Hobbs,
dude.
Buddy, that's a double or nothing. Whatever the WrestleMania I'll just say pay-per-view match right there.
Yeah,
who's
100%.
the bigger black guy? That's the there you go. I don't need to say more. I think I sold you on the Will Hobbs match.
Yeah.
Look, it's Carm.
Okay,
go.
Yeah, another person similar to a Keith Lee, who was a big name on the indies before going to WWE. I'm gonna say Riddle, Matt Riddle. Dude, I'm telling you right now, his potential is super high in both companies. But the thing is, they're always gonna play Matt Riddle up as a joke in WWE. Why? Because he smokes weed and he can't wear shoes. That's the only reason. That's the only way they're gonna use him. Yeah, you know what's the best thing on Raw? Fucking Matt Riddle and Randy Orton. That's the best thing on Raw right now. But the thing is, that's because they're not trying. Let's be honest. It's okay. It's funny. Him and Pete Dunne were fucking great together as that thing, and they're doing it on Raw. But this guy needs to be played up more serious. Personally, I think this guy's fucking amazing. I've seen his work with Swerve outside of the company, outside of WWE. When he was in MLW, I've seen some matches from them. They're fucking great. I know Matt Riddle was in a team with Jeff Cobb. Look what Jeff Cobb's doing. Look what Matt Riddle's doing. Jeff Cobb is a fucking monster, and Matt Riddle's played like a joke on Raw. I'm telling you right now, if he was in any other company, especially AEW, he'd be like one of the top guys. You know? He'd be fighting fucking Miro. He'd fight fucking Malachi Black. Imagine that match. Can't have it anymore because he fucking left the company. You know, like, fuck. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Now I have to say this about my next pick. I choose another African American because I think WWE is racist, frankly.
Yeah, personally, I agree.
I mean, like, look at all my picks. You'll see after and be like, wow, not one white person. Okay, Cedric Alexander.
Oh, 100%.
Now,
I agree. I
I
wish he was
I
on my
want
list.
I want somebody to clip this and save it for when the time comes. CUMS. Mark my words. I'm placing prediction now. When Cedric Alexander's contract finished with the WWF, he is going to AEW. Why? Because Big Swole's there and he's fucking Big Swole and they're married and shit.
Yeah, they're
I
married.
mean, let's be honest. This man wants to wrestle. He ain't gonna do in WWE. He's gonna do in AEW, and I think this one's legit. I think he's gonna go.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna go, and this guy will be putting on bangers with the likes of a Sammy Guevara,
Yeah.
a Darby Allin.
Yeah.
But this guy's got to be a face. I'm sorry, he sucks as a heel. So who can he face? MJF.
Yeah.
Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Ethan Page. Shout out Ethan Page. I never liked the guy after that coffin match. I want to die just to go see where this guy's doing. And I mean, prediction. I think it's gonna happen. I'm just saying. So that makes sense to me. If this guy resigns with the WWF, I'm gonna be sad. And I will never forget that moment on the Cruiserweight 2016 tournament when this guy was in the semifinals and lost to Ibushi, I think it was.
It was the quarterfinals, and he lost to Ibushi.
Yeah. After that we should watch that match. That sick match, and this guy, the crowd's trying to sign. What did he sign? Sign this guy.
Yeah, sign Cedric. Yeah.
Sign. That doesn't go. Sign Cedric. Oh, please sign Cedric. Slap your dick inside. Yeah. And I'm like, this guy's standing on the ramp, and fucking Triple H breaks kayfabe, comes down. He's like, he shakes his hand. He's like, yo, we're gonna sign this guy. We're gonna sign this guy. And I'm like, yeah. And now this guy sucks.
Yeah.
This guy goes into a feud with Shelton Benjamin. What did it take him? I don't know, because he's not on TV.
Dude,
so and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
This guy needs to fade. This guy and he needs to be a babyface. He sucks as a heel. But
dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, he had the best cruiserweight title reign of everybody. Yes, he has number one in the world, better than Pac, better than Murphy, better than fucking TJP or whoever.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people from everybody's different eras of wrestling, right? Everybody's like, oh, the WCW cruiserweights. We had Jericho, we had what do we have? Rey Mysterio, Dean Malenko. We're gonna look back at the 2016 to whatever. Like 205 now sucks. Like there's nobody from the OGs anymore. It's all these other fucking white vanilla midgets, right?
Yeah.
But Cedric would probably be like one of the forefront leaders of that division from that time, and it was some good fucking time, dude. With like Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, Mustafa Ali. Who else did we have? Like what an era! Like I used to watch 205 after SmackDown, dude. I was invested, and then they just got shit. They started taking people off, and now look at it. I couldn't name you one guy. I couldn't name you one guy today.
I could, but it's sad that I know them. Please have more. I'm telling you, everybody on 205 Live at that time are some of the best wrestlers on the planet. Okay, Cedric, Murphy, fucking Ali, Hideo Itami, now Kenta. Kalisto, all these guys who are now like, a bunch of them are gone. A bunch of them are going on the indies, and all of them are going to succeed. I'm telling you right now, Murphy, when he goes wherever the fuck he goes, whether it's Impact, AEW, he's going to succeed. And I'm telling you right now, what's it called? When Cedric leaves, which I feel like he's not happy. He was in the biggest fucking faction on Raw. Everybody fucking loved it. They ended it for no fucking reason. Why? Why are you ending this stuff? I agree. Cedric going to AEW would fucking be one of the best. One of the best moves he could, any person could make right now.
Yep.
Yeah. So now I guess my number 3.
Yep.
Yeah. This is the only.
Go for it.
Actually, this is the only woman. Actually, I put women on both sides. There's a woman on AEW and there's a woman on WWE. For WWE, somebody to leave to go to AEW, I'm saying Shayna Baszler. What a fucking terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to say I have her on here too. I picked her too.
Oh, okay.
So we
We
can
both
just
did
talk
it.
about it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
Okay, you know what?
terrible
I'll change it.
roster.
I'll change.
I mean,
I'll change.
like you said, there's so many fucking people on the roster.
Bro, but it's crazy. We both had the same name. That's how. Like, there you go.
I looked at the women's division and there was two names. There was two names I wanted that I think could do great in the other company. Shayna Baszler and Liv Morgan, but Shayna Baszler is one of the greatest women wrestlers the company has, and they didn't do anything. They fucking gave her one run, and Fritz is like, I'm not into that. So now we don't have anything with her. She was in a terrible feud. She was in a terrible feud with Nia Jax. It became a team. Then we had a terrible time with her, and she ruined the fucking that tag team title feud with her and Sasha and Bianca and Nia was one of the worst things ever, and it genuinely ruined the build to the Bianca and Sasha match at WrestleMania, which was one of the best women's matches. I'm going to say right now, it's the best women's match to ever happen at Mania. And it almost, like, imagine if the feud was good. It would be one of the greatest women's things ever. Like, it'll go down as history as like one of the best women's storylines ever, because not only did it start good, it would have been a fucking amazing ending too. But no, it got fucking ruined because we have these people who don't matter, who are just there just doing nothing. It was fucking terrible. And the fact that Shayna Baszler is now like such an afterthought, it's sad. It's sad. She's so good. And like her against Thunder Rosa, her against Nyla Rose, her against anybody in AEW would be better than what she's done so far in WWE. But yeah, I'm gonna let you.
I love it. I love it when you finish your thought, like your thought. You're just like blah 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 blah. So yeah. All right. So I changed my pick. I put Asuka as my third. No, you're saying, oh, Frank, your dick's small. I'm like, yes, you're right. But on the contrary, my oh frère, brother. Mon frère, Fredo. All right. I don't like what they do with Asuka. They make her look like a joke. She runs. I was like, oh, racist.
Yeah.
Like, now, anyways. Now, Kenny Omega likes his Chinese woman. Anyways, Joshis. The AEW love their Joshis.
Yeah, Joshi wrestlers. Right? Yeah.
I feel like Asuka, first of all, she's familiar with the North American audience. You get Asuka over there to like run, like, you want Joshi, you want to get Joshi wrestling big in North America. Asuka would be the fucking leader for that. Now, the only problem is I don't ever think I think she's going to be a lifer. Like Asuka, like I'm pretty sure like she's 100%. Happy with, like she's had, like if you think of all the people that come up for NXT, 95% of them fucking suck, got released shit, never used, hiding behind stage catering. Yeah. Asuka's the one out of like the fucking 50 that actually kind of like made it. And now you can always, but this, but you know what? Like, if, like you look at like a Kevin Owens and Asuka, like a Strowman at one point. These guys had they were decent, they had good runs. You compare them to like an Aleister Black, a Keith Lee, Buddy Murphy, like they had good runs. They won titles, so I'm not gonna complain, right? But I feel like it would freshen her up to have her on a more serious environment.
Yeah,
and her just doing her thing and like having matches with like Rio and Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, and even probably bringing Nyla Rose to a decent match for the first time in her career. And, like we get a serious like Asuka, like not this fucking her trying to be a fucking Ronald McDonald impersonation. Shut the fuck up. We get it.
Just
you have a YouTube.
Just a clip of hers on the fucking elevator at last year's Money in the Bank is enough to be like, yo, fuck. But
no,
I think you're right. I think she's a lifer. I don't think she's ever going to leave WWE. I think, she has like this mentality that as long as she's doing something, she's okay with what she's doing. You know, it's giving her a good lifestyle. She can do whatever the hell she wants on her own YouTube channel. She can, she's getting paid well. She doesn't really care about her, what she's doing really. I think a lot of wrestlers, you know what, we think that a lot of wrestlers care about what they're doing, but a lot of them, even if they're doing shit, are like, "Yo, I'm happy with the work I'm doing." I'm just like, really? I wouldn't be happy with this. I wouldn't be happy with what I'm doing. Fucking Nikki Cross, like I wouldn't be happy with that, but she made it up herself. So
Yeah.
so it's like I think us as fans need to like really look at like what we're saying and realize that we might think there's integrity there, but it's not. It's just they really just care about just getting to wrestle. That's all they really care about. As long as they're out there in front of the fans, getting paid to do that, that's all they care about. Really, they don't really care about their perception, and I think that's fucking terrible.
Yeah. I feel like, and I'm not gonna say names, but like Baron Corbin, no, I'm joking. I feel like some people are getting paid really good, and they're just like Nakamura, but they're so comfortable that they're never gonna leave because the money's there, and they're like they got a job and this and that.
Yeah,
they're too comfortable, and I think they lose their passion for wrestling, and they start just caring about the money. You know what I mean? And that's not their fault. That's WWE making them like that. Shame on them. It's your fault.
Look at Murphy. Look what he said when he left. He's like, I wasn't even watching the show. He was using YouTube. He was watching people like Wrestle Talk to get the reviews. He wasn't even watching it himself.
And us, he said. He said, fact that I heard it. Emerson, you got to put us over, man. We're the only wrestling one. Come on, man. Matthew, no, I love it. Fucking when Malachi debuted, and then Buddy was like congratulating him, and all you just hear him Matthew, and I just picture Malachi saying Matthew, like it just fucking
Matthew. I knew you'd come.
Should we do AEW now?
Yeah. I'll start it off.
You start.
AEW doesn't have a lot of misses, but I'm not going to say they don't have misses. And I'm going to say one of the biggest. I'm going to leave them for last because this is generally the one thing that I'm upset about that AEW messed up on. But first, I'm going to continue with the women. Penelope Ford, I feel like would have been can do some good stuff in WWE. Obviously, I don't really see her ever winning the AEW women's title ever, which it's fine. Not everybody needs to win it. It's not like WWE where like everybody gets their 2 cents. They're like, oh, here's the belt, you get to hold it for a little while. Oh, you lost it. It's just like, oh, you got to hold it once. But in AEW, I don't see that being like that. I don't know. I just see, she came back recently, and it was like, she's having decent matches. I'm enjoying them. I'm just like, I wish she was doing something more. She was one of those 4 women that they had during the pandemic when they first started. You had her, you had Hikaru, you had what's her name? Britt Baker, and Nyla came in later on. But those were your 4. You had Statlander, that's who it was. They were there, right? And they got to do their stuff. And unfortunately, she seems like the one out of the 4 that hasn't really had her spotlight. And I wish that she got a little bit like she got commended for her work during that time. And I think, a bigger storyline than what she's doing now would be great. I think she's a good wrestler. Obviously, JR's in love with her. Every time she does anything in the ring, he's like, whoa, But I think she's good. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see more of her when Kip Sabian comes back, because she's going to be involved with the Kip Sabian and Miro feud. That's going to definitely happen. But I don't know. I think she'd be good in WWE as well, because she's she was with Joey Janela, and WWE's like, yeah, I'm not gonna bring both of them. But now she's with Kip, and I think if they both go, that's fine. If they both stay, that's fine. I just wish that she got a bigger storyline. That's it.
Speaking of Joey Janela, I'm picking Joey Janela. Since you said the
Really?
name. Yes. Let me give you some backstory. So it was all on a winter, soon to be spring night, March 11, 1996. I was born. No, I'm joking. Not that far back. But remember that first pay-per-view? It wasn't AEW wasn't a thing yet. It was what, All In?
All in.
All
Yeah,
In?
dude, he had a big match. Yeah.
And it had Joey Janela versus Hangman Page, right? In that no DQ, I think it was.
Yes.
Or ladder match or something. Remember? And they had the dicks come out. Remember that? Remember that? Remember that?
Yes.
Okay.
The Dick Druids.
And I watched this. I'm like, what's this Joey Jabella guy? Who's this Joey Jabella guy? He looks sick. Like I think it was one of my favorite matches that night. I'm like, who's this Joey Jabella guy? And then when I found out AEW was going to sign this guy, I'm like, yo, what the hell? Joey Jabella guy is going to the AEW. I can't wait to see more of this guy. And then one of the first matches, again, I think it was a pay-per-view. I think one of the first pay-per-views. I couldn't tell you which one. You know which match I'm going to say, right? Or was it Fighter Fest? No. Okay, that one too. But the one I remember more was that triple threat.
That's All Out.
Oh, Darby Allin, Joey Janela, and well, rest in peace, Jimmy Havoc.
Yeah, dude.
Is he dead?
They fired him because he's sexual deviant. I don't know.
Oh god, he's a predator. Look at Mudahar. Yes! Oh my god, it's Bobby Ashley. Anyways, yeah. So I'm like, yo, this guy's sick. What has he done since all those matches we've mentioned? Nothing. The Sunny Kiss? What is that? You know, this guy, like, tell me.
I was interested, but not.
Yeah, but they never did anything. Yeah, but they didn't do anything. That's the problem. And they're continuously not doing it. And he's there. Like, there's a couple guys, like, majority of the roster is getting used, but he's one of those guys, man. Like, he's just enhancement, dude. And I'm like, kind of like, what the fuck? So I think if you put this guy to WWE and you start him on like a 205 NXT, this guy would be sick, dude. Like, if they used him, obviously. So controversial take. I don't know what you think. You think that's a good pick? Shocker, I guess. I feel like, I don't know. This guy's underutilized, and it's rare in AEW to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
I like that one. But I highly doubt WWE would want him.
I know. I really couldn't care if he goes or not, but let's just use Joey Jabella again, you know. Let's put him in some feuds. Fuck. Change it up. But anyways, go ahead.
So a couple of years ago, when NXT was still, you know, I actually, this is like around Finn, when Finn was like doing his shit, his title reign, the original title reign, when he was still doing the Demon. There's rumors that WWE wanted to pick up a guy from Lucha Underground. I'm like, oh, cool. And it's one of the bigger guys because and it was Angelico. And I was like, yo, this is great because Angelico is good. Obviously, he turned it down because he wanted to stay in Lucha Underground. That didn't work out. And he was going to retire, I believe. AEW, he's there. I thought it was going to be good. And he hasn't really done anything. And this is when I'm going to start. There's going to be like a theme to these two people that I'm going to say after him. Because it's a tag team. But I expected more from what he would be doing. I think he's a great fucking wrestler. But he's treated like nothing. And I think if he was in WWE right now, especially with like their new cruiserweight division that they're making, and I know he's not a cruiserweight, but neither is Ari Sterling, the former Alex Zane.
Exactly. Because he sucks.
But I think he'd be great in NXT or the main roster, whatever, because he's good. He's a good wrestler. So yeah, that's it.
Every day, Emerson. Every day a young, an upcoming NXT star is called up to the main roster. And they always get buried and jobbed out. And Triple H, well, he cries.
I cry too.
Okay, enough. We're on a budget here. All right, my turn. Nyla Rose is apparently she has penis. So I don't like her. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like her.
I think
she sucks. Now the problem with saying this information, I'm gonna now be canceled by the LGBTQ ABCDE community because anytime you say something wrong, yeah, fuck them. Anytime you say, "Oh, Nyla Rose sucks," Nyla Rose is a bad wrestler, get her off my TV. She sucks. Why is she here? Everybody automatically assumes you're a transphobic piece of shit. And that's not the case. Shit, shit is shit. If you see shit, it's shit. And she's shit. Now she's not shit, but she's shit. You know what I mean? And you can always turn shit to shit or okay, Like that's the skill here. And I just don't like her. Like this past week's Wrestling Wednesday, she faced Britt Baker for the title on Fight for the Fallen Fest, whatever the fuck it's called now. And she sucks. She botched everything. She almost fucking didn't kick out or some shit.
Yeah.
She's horrible. She's not the worst. Like I think she's better than like Nia Jax.
Yeah.
And Tamina.
Yeah.
But and it's not like she's used like shit in the company, but she's used at random times, like in and out. Like okay, now no.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Yeah.
They ruined her title reign got ruined because of COVID. She won the title. And COVID happened, and she wasn't allowed to leave her state to go to the people to be with the rest of the AEW crew and film. So she was gone for a long time. Yeah. She came back. She had a killer match with Hikaru, and you had to give the belt to Hikaru Shida. She was the hottest thing in the company, the hottest women wrestler. You had to give her it.
But I think. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it was a mistake giving her the title. I think Britt Baker should have won it, been the first champion. Remember that? I was like, why the fuck did they give it to this person? Remember that? Anyways, I mean, look at us now, bitch.
You need a build. And I think the build of you know what? I'm gonna say right now, Britt Baker, I'm happy she didn't win the title earlier because the injuries helped her. The injuries helped her character. Especially the broken nose, especially Hikaru breaking her nose. That's when the blood, the blood, her and blood became a thing.
Her Titantron, her videos has it.
She gets the match against Thunder Rosa. More blood, and now that's her whole thing. She's like, "Yo, I'm fucking bloody. I'll fucking kick your ass."
She's a dentist, right? People are like, "Oh, I gotta go drill a tooth." You think like, "Oh, blood gushing out of your mouth." But anyways, let me go back to my point.
Yeah, go ahead.
WWE loves their big men, their big woman. And if you look at it, they got a Doudrop, they got a Nia Jax, they got a Tamina. And obviously, I think that fact they get pushed decently. Not like from a fan perspective, it's still shit, but they're utilized, right?
Yeah.
Like if you look at Doudrop, she's been on TV. She's not like she came for a week or two and then bye-bye, catering. No, she's been used, and I feel like they would love a Nyla Rose, and they would probably do like they love their big woman, they love their big men, they love their big woman, the stereotypical wrestler look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like, and again, like it's not like she's used like shit, but there's so much better women wrestlers in AEW, and like she's pushed on and off whenever they need her. I feel like WWE would love her, and I think Nyla Rose is better than like 60% of the women's wrestlers in WWE. So if you put her in WWE, she would probably be she would look better than what she is compared to because the women's wrestlers in AEW are better and book better, even though
I don't know.
I mean, the division's not the best, but it's getting better. It's getting there.
Yeah, I think she's been good. I think she's had good matches. Her and Hikaru had two amazing matches. Her and Riho. on the first ever episode when they crowned the champion. It was a good match, but I do agree with some of what you said there, that she
You
hasn't
better.
been done very. She hasn't had. She hasn't been booked very well.
That's right.
Well, like
Let's
she hasn't
be.
been used very well. She's barely used. She's only used when they absolutely need her. I don't particularly like her character. I think it's she's like, oh, this. I like what she says. Some once in a while, she has a good line. I'll be like, yeah, I like that. But then she can't back it up. Can't back it up in the ring. She'll lose. So it's just like you're just talking smack and you lose. And I think Jericho said it perfectly. Like if you don't push the other guy and you lose to them, you look worse. And all she does is like, I'm better than you. I'll destroy you. You're just a little girl. The little girl beats you, and it's like, okay, now what? How am I supposed to believe you're gonna win? And especially she's lost some big matches. And I blame COVID for her her storyline as a champion not being done correctly. Like I said, you had to give the belt to Hikaru, and unfortunately, Nyla hasn't been where she was at the time. Before losing the belt.
All right. You want your last pick?
Yeah. This is the biggest one. And you guys are gonna be like,
shit.
you guys are gonna be like, this isn't big. What are you fucking talking about? For me personally, this is the biggest one. Fucking Butcher the Blade. What the fuck?
That's not bad. Yo,
Yeah.
that's a good pick. Speaking of underutilized, there you go.
What the fuck was that?
Emerson. Emerson, take a motherfucking bow. Take a bow.
Thank you.
That's the problem, though. You have too many tag teams, and
Yeah.
then some get like not pushed. And WWE's tag teams, that makes a lot of sense. Emerson, I want to suck you off now.
But
No, seriously.
you see these guys, and they're fucking scary, and they're like big. Like one of them is a fucking big guy, and you're like, yo, this is perfect. But
Big
what do
Andy.
they do? What they do with them? They put them with people. They're like, they go with fucking MJF, and I'm like, this is not good. This is not good. Get them away from MJF. Then they put him with fucking Hardy. I'm like, are you kidding me? Now they just don't even. He doesn't even wear the mask anymore. The Blade doesn't wear the mask anymore. He's just a guy, and I'm like, yo, these guys looked fucking amazing.
Dude, can I tell you? Can I tell you? I actually like these guys too. I remember they had the one match I remember the most was that what was it, the backstage thing with the Young Bucks, dude. And I think that was the highest rated segment. Remember that match? Don't fucking nudge your head. I know
it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Come on. Angelo. Right,
yeah, but no, they're good, man. Like they're good wrestlers. Fucking. I think recently I've kind of made a little bit of gave a little bit of like flack to the Blade because he was fucking Braxton Sutter. But the more I see of him, the more I'm just like, yeah, I like him. I think he's good. I think him and I don't know what happened to Butcher. I think Butcher got injured or something. But I like them both.
He got hurt.
Yeah. I like them both. I think they have a great fucking look. And I don't think they have a spot for them in AEW. But WWE has a spot for tag teams 100%. Look who's the tag team champions on Raw. Look who's holding titles on SmackDown.
Why'd you do that?
What?
That's a good pick. No, I don't know that.
Yeah, right, I think they're great.
I think that was the best pick today out of all the picks. That one's like probably like, yo, fuck. Anyways, hashtag the bunny tits.
That and Cedric, both of those two are two like high key good ones.
Tits. All right, yeah, Cedric's good. All right, okay. Now let's pretend last week AEW didn't happen. Okay. Lance Archer. Okay. So I agree with this. Yes. For people watching this 10 years from now, we recorded this Thursday, Friday, 2 days after the AEW Fighter Fest Night 2 2021 on July 21st.
Yeah.
Lance Archer in the main event, spoiler, won the New Japan Pro Wrestling IWGP USA title from Moxley and the
World
bar
heavyweight
the
title,
not
yeah.
the fuck off Texas tornado match, whatever the fuck, death match.
Yeah.
And he won his first gold in the AEW, even though it's Japan title, right?
Yeah. This is the second
Don't
time
fucking
with the no, this is the
don't
second
dark
time
order
with the
me.
belt. It's the second time with the belt,
Yeah,
but it's first time winning
but in
a
AEW,
championship in an
on
AEW ring.
AEW,
Yes.
yes. This guy, his whole AEW career, going up against big matches up against the likes of Moxley for the world title,
Yeah.
the likes of Miro for the TNT title.
Yeah.
What else? He's been in so many
Cody.
matches where even just matches in general. Cody, this guy, everybody dies. This guy, no, everybody wins. You suck. Like I like Lance Archer. Like now, okay, he won again. He just won. So like now they finally do something with this guy. But this guy, he was all talk and no game. And I just like, yes, he's being used. Yes, he's being booked good, whatever. But there's so many other people that not everybody can be pushed and not everybody can be champion. You know what I mean? I think Lance Archer on a Monday Night Raw would actually be like, and let's just pretend he gets used. Okay. I know people. I know. Karrion Kross. I know. But this guy, if you put him on a Raw in the heavyweight division with Karrion Kross, Bobby Lashley, who else is there? Drew McIntyre, Jinder Mahal. Who else? This guy would fit in perfectly. All those big men. I think he would be perfect on a Raw.
I think a second time in WWE, he could do better. Yeah.
Vance Archer. Anyways, remember that? He was in WWE as Vance Archer. Right? He was in a video game for WWE.
Yeah, I remember.
You don't know? Yo, fuck.
His finisher was a fucking reverse DDT.
He's religious, eh? I was listening to him on the AEW Unrestricted.
Really?
And he's like Sting. He's talking about God and stuff. And I'm like,
fuck
God,
that.
oh my. No, but the one thing, but he said, because he was asked about it, right? He goes, I only talk about it when people ask.
Yeah.
But it's not, you wouldn't know because he's not one of those people that like try to convert you. He's just like, this is what I believe. I don't like bring this shit to work, but if people ask, I'll talk about it.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
No, and that's yeah, dude. Fucking Sting, dude. This guy, I listened to him on a podcast. Dude, all this guy talking about was God. I'm like, God, oh my God.
Yeah.
But no, that was cool. Let's show respect. But anyways, I think that's all the picks, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's everybody. But I don't know. I know about Lance Archer. I agree with it a little while ago, but obviously the title change has changed that, and he's going to be going to New Japan again. I thought that door was closed. That's why I was like, no way he's beating Mox.
Listen, the problem here, it was very hard to come up with a list for AEW stars because, as we all know, as wrestling fans, WWE don't use like 60%, like, okay, let's say 50% of their talent. So it's easy to come up with a list. AEW, that's very rare. There's only a handful of guys that were underutilized or maybe not getting the best pushers because, again, AEW is like a better land, like a better place to go to work and whatever. And it was so hard to come up with AEW. So I had to wing it. I had to put somebody, and it was Lance Archer came to mind. But yeah, that's it. We got anything to plug? The fact of the match Sunday.
Yeah, if you didn't watch this past week Sunday, we reviewed Money in the Bank. We reviewed AEW Fighter Fest Night 2. NXT Raw. What the fuck? SmackDown. What the fuck? The news of the
Why are you
last
saying
week.
What the fuck?
The news alone that last week was fucking crazy. But yo, what do you mean? What the fuck happened on SmackDown? What the fuck happened on Raw? That's fucking terrible. Anyways, this Sunday, check us out. We'll be talking about what was it? Fight for the Fallen that just happened. This was yesterday. We talking about whatever Nikki Ash did. And we'll talk about whatever the fuck happens on SmackDown tomorrow when this comes out. But yeah, check that out. This Sunday.
Picture.
Look at that picture, dude.
That picture. Yeah, I'm excited to record. I'm excited to record the Factor Matters. I got a lot of surprises.
And you'll know them by now if you watched it. or listen.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't know, but you know. I don't even know because we didn't even do it. I know. I know. I
He
just
knows.
quickly.
I don't know. Listen,
It goes well.
we've been doing discussion before, facts, but
Yeah, buddy.
it's very
Yeah,
interesting.
like Usher once said, "Yeah, man, I see you in." Oh, no, that's a different song. We can back to.
Yeah, man.
Peace up, A-Town. All right, let's get the fuck out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Why do I sound like Keemstar? Ladies and gentlemen, guys, I listen to Mom's Basement at work. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Yo, I gotta catch up. That's a good podcast.
You listen to that? You listen to that podcast?
I used to. I need to catch up. I'm really behind my podcast.
I think they're apparently trying to get Mudahar and the other guy that are cracking down on the scammers for the gambling. And I don't know the what's the other guy's name? I don't know. Pizza Time guy? I don't know. They're trying to get them on.
Yeah.
So that'd be all this like crypto scam shit. But anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, like, follow us on our shit description below. We're getting the fuck out of here. And we'll see you next week. We'll see you Sunday. Fact of the matter, discussion of the matter. From Eknarf and Emerson. We'll see you later. Peace and motherfuck!